welcome back. I'm back. Day number 2. Trying to stay on the road. So I'm here. I hope y'all having a great Tuesday so far. I had to think about it for a minute. I'm like, what is today? I got up a little early this morning, my version of early, because I got to, some work I got to get caught up on. Yesterday I was telling y'all I had to go to Nynee-Poo's spring choir concert, and it was so nice, y'all. She did a good job. Not that she sang a solo or anything, but the whole, chorus did a good job. And she gets so excited about that's my Nynee-Poo. That is my Nynee-Poo. Now you supposed to be at school. What you doing on here? Hey, be amazing Sylvia. How you doing? Good to see you. Nynee-Poo. Y'all better be on some kind of lunch break or something for you to be on YouTube at school, because you get told off on yourself, don't you? But I love you, baby. I love my Nynee-Poo. Yeah, they had their spring concert, and it was really, really good. The theme was like peace songs, like they did John Lennon's "Let There Be." Is it "Let There Be Peace"? Then they did Louis Armstrong. What's the Louis Armstrong song? Well, I think to myself, what a wonderful world. They did that. They did one that I wasn't familiar with called Zombie, but it was very pretty. And another one, I ain't even gonna try to say what that was, because I think the name was in Polynesian or something like that. But they did a really good job. And then to end it, the choir themselves wrote a song, and they sang their song that they composed at the end. And it was really emotional because, number one, the 7th and 8th graders the 8th graders, this is their last year at their school. Hey, Fish Thinker. Okay, even though you can't stay long, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. And thank you for the thumbs up. So, for the 8th graders, this was their last year in the choir. And then a lot of them had been in the choir since 6th grade. So that was, this was kind of like their thing. And then the other thing is, hey, Abuse, did you get I sent you a message in Instagram, because I saw yesterday where you said you would come up live with me. So if I know you said you at work now, but if you get a chance, I dropped the link. You're welcome to come. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for supporting. Thank you, be amazing. Everybody, please like and share. I would appreciate it. There's a few. Be amazing, Sylvia. It's so good to see all y'all in my chat. I'm not talking to myself this morning. Woohoo! Okay, so okay. And the other thing about the concert, which made it so emotional for them, was this is her choir director's last year at her middle school. And because of that, because she's so crazy about her choir director, this is her last year at middle school too, because what happened is they were building a new middle school, and where we're zoned, because her first year she was still at the old school, they had an option. They could be grandfathered in and stay where they are, or they could go to the new school. Now, I'm from the school of thought that I love me some new. So I was like, you don't want to go to the new school? And she was like, well, her thinking was, I already know where everything is here. The new school is going to be this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, okay, it's up to you. But for me, I left it up to her. But the thing of it was, if she decided to stay at the school she's at now, they were not going to offer bus service, which meant I was going to have to get up and take her to school, which is not a huge deal. But, having her catch the bus has been very convenient. So when she found out that her chorus teacher, Miss Eminem, that's what I call her, was going over to the new school, she threw up the peace sign and she was like, I'm going too. So yeah, it was real emotional for everybody because like I said, the 8th graders were leaving, and She's leaving. So everybody up there with their mouth stretched back, as my mama say, crying because of what all was going on. Hey, Vanessa. Good morning. Well, it ain't morning. I'm on it. Feel like morning to me because y'all know I started late. Okay, B said, okay, next time for sure. I'm off. Okay, boo. That works. Vanessa, glad to see you. If y'all get a chance, I shared on my community page. Now, Vanessa, remind me, I forgot the name. What is the name of your page where you read the storybooks to the kids? Because I shared it on my page, but I can't remember. She goes by a different name on there. But if you get a chance, you got kids that like to hear stories, and if you like me and you don't feel like reading to them, check her out. But put your name in here, Vanessa, so I can share it. But yeah, so it was a really good concert. I like the fact Avatar story time. That's what it is. So when it pops up on my screen, put it up here. Yeah, y'all go subscribe to Vanessa. If you got some little ones that you want them to, she's very animated, good storyteller, good. Well, she reading the book, but she'll bring it to life. So check Vanessa out. That's one of my UAB buddies that I used to work with. Well, I'm gonna say work. We mostly could have, but yeah, that's Vanessa. But so yeah, the concert was good. My dad couldn't come, but my mom and two of my brothers were there, so she was excited to see us, and it went really, really well. Now, I am upset, not for real, but I'm upset with my mom because yesterday, when I was on here yesterday, she oh, okay, Vanessa said she put a few stories in there over the weekend, so y'all check her out. I was upset with my mom because now Mother's Day is coming up. My mom is not hard to please. I will say that she's easy to shop for, very appreciative. But what she is nosy. So it's hard to get her some and her not find out ahead of time. So I put this post over on Facebook that I made a rookie mistake yesterday. I've been knowing Queen Elsa King or Queen King for 49 years, and I had the audacity to have her Mother's Day gift shipped to her house instead of mine. So she calls me. No, she didn't call me. She texted me while I was on here with y'all yesterday. And I was like, okay, so I looked at the text. Now, this is what the text said. Y'all let me know how this came across as open this up. She texted me, she said, Lisa, you got a package delivered today. For you. I text back and said, okay. That was the end of the conversation. Some kind of way out of that, she got open up the package and see what's inside. So when I talked to her later, before she was getting ready to come over here for the concert, she was like, because she knew she had to tell me, because I was like, when you come, bring the package with you, because I got it for her, but I also got it for my mom. They come from a big family, but there's only 4 sisters left. It's her and her other 3 sisters. So I got all of them a blanket made with a picture of my big mama, their mother, on there. And I was gonna give it to them as a surprise for Mother's Day. And she didn't already open the darn thing up and looked at it. I said, you know what? What part your name went on this nowhere? I could call the police, Because I'm like, you literally broke the law. But it did turn out to be a nice gift. I wish she had waited. Okay, baby. My baby said, gotta go, love you. Yeah, you better be getting ready to go. I see you this evening. But I can't do nothing with Queen Elsa. That's why I say, when it comes to my mama, you can't do nothing but love. Because it ain't she else you can do good. Now, Vanessa, she didn't want to just let me know she was about to open it. She had already opened it. And then she gonna say, well, I didn't open it all the way. I said, if you open it at all, you seen it, So it don't matter that you opened it all the way. But anyway, So she already knows she gives them up. I gave her a hard time, but you know, life is short. I'm of the frame of thought personally. Tomorrow ain't promised. Like when birthdays and stuff, and Christmas come around, we gonna open our stuff. I'm like, shoot, I might not even be here tomorrow. So I can't get too mad at her. And like I said, dear Mason, I just made you a moderator because I don't usually have one, but when I was on with Pan and them the other week, they were getting a lot of trolls and stuff. So just wanted to let you know that I made you a moderator. Yeah, I knew better. I knew better. But what happened was when I was ordering it, like all of my because I know my parents ain't never moving, and I move a lot. Whenever I do anything with a card or whatever, I use their mailing address because I've moved around, but I know if it's anything important and they go to their house, you know, so my bank cards, credit cards, all that stuff are on their address. So when I was getting ready to place the order, you know how they'll ask you, do you want to ship to the billing address? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ship it over there because I mean that'll save me from because I'm bad too about I've been bought some head over to her house and forgot to take it with me. So I was like, that way it'll already be there. When I get over there Sunday, I just get to it. But like I said, rookie mistake. So she know what she got now. And it turned out really, really nice. And I think her sisters are gonna really be happy about it too. So that'll be at least somebody will be surprised if she didn't tell them. Because my mom is the type, she cannot hold water. And she'll be quick to call me and tell me something that somebody said to her that she ain't supposed to say nothing about. And she was like, and you better not say nothing. I was like, didn't they tell you not to say nothing? Why are you telling me? She got to tell somebody something. The only thing I have ever known her not to tell, last year, we threw a surprise 40th birthday party for my younger brothers, the twins. And, you know, we've never, not since they were little kids, have we done a party or anything like that. And I was like, you better not open your mouth and spoil this surprise. She claimed she didn't tell them, and they seemed genuinely surprised when they got there. So I'm gonna take her word for it that she didn't tell, but Queen Else became hold water. And it was funny too because she came over here when they got here yesterday. I was going to pick up the other twin, because he lives close by. He's the one in the group home. So they were coming to the concert. So I left the door open for her to come in, and I went to go pick him up. Well, she didn't realize my boyfriend was back there because I ain't tell her I had got the Shasta right. So she come in. Now had she come in and just sat down in the living room until I got back 10 minutes later, which is too much like right, she wouldn't have seen it. But she didn't come up the hallway being nosy and talking about, girl, I like to have a heart attack. When did you get that? I said, that's what you get. Now, if I had came to your house, I'd have sat in the living room till you got home. But you got to come do your once over your investigation. That's why you got the bejesus scared at you. But she was like, Lord have mercy. I hope you meet that man. Because she know how I am about that. So, yeah, Queen Elsa knows. She openly knows it. She'll let you know. But best mom in the world, one trade for nothing. Just don't tell her nothing and expect her not to say nothing about it. That's all I can say. So, y'all hadn't asked me in a while. Well, y'all ain't seen it. Am I still doing my CTFO? Well, let me let you know I am. I still been doing my 5 pumps every day. So let me get them in. This is from, it's called Xanthamist, and it's made from the mangosteen plant, and it is good for the cardiovascular system. So I personally have a history of congestive heart failure. So I have to do a lot of cardiovascular meds. Been using that product now for going on 2 months, and I'm trying to I want to see if it makes a difference. I'll be honest, I had a doctor's appointment scheduled for last week, but since I know how it go when I go to the doctor, if I had lost weight, which for me, the weight loss can be tricky because of the heart failure, because I'll retain a lot of fluid. So it's not always my true weight. A lot of times it's just fluid. So when I got on that scale last week, I was like, we're gonna reschedule this because I don't feel like hearing her mouth, you know, when I get up there and get on that scale. So, but I do want to follow up with her. So I can see, it's hard for me to tell from just the patient standpoint, because a lot of times with CHF, they're looking at lab values, they're looking at different things like what is it they usually check? I forget what it is, just because I'm trying to think of it. I can't think of what it's called. But my ways to determine when it's controlled is when I have if I start having a lot of fluid on my lower legs and I start hearing the wheeze, because when this gets real bad, you would think I done swallowed a cat. Because every time I inhale, it's like meow, meow, meow. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So that's when I can tell I got fluid up here. And a lot of time there's inflammation, and this product is supposed to be really good for inflammatory processes. So people with like rheumatoid arthritis and different things that are inflammation related, it's supposed to be a good product. So I'm trying it out. I'll let you know. Be amazing. So far I can say that as far as my breathing has been, it's been a lot better. There was a point when I would get out of the car at the parking lot at Publix. By the time I got to the door, I was, and at first, because I didn't realize, my dad had, like, I never thought that I would have it. I just thought, okay, I'll put on some weight since I've been working at home. But I was like, I'm breathing real hard, but it just didn't walk from the car to the front of the store. So that was kind of like, my first indication. And then, like I said, the fluid. Now, I've had hypertension. That's a hereditary thing for me. I've had that since I was a teenager. And I've always controlled it with medication. So that's under pretty good control. But every now and then I would get fluid from that. But I started getting fluid not just around my ankles, but it was all the way up to my thighs. And it was like that uncomfortable fluid. So that's what made me go to the doctor and see what's going on. Because I'm like, it's not just the usual, your blood pressure up a little bit or whatever. So, ever since then, they put me on like a torsemide, which is a diuretic. So that gets challenging when you try to go somewhere. Because when I tell you it works, like I hadn't took it yet this morning because I knew I was gonna get on here, and I've been went to the bathroom 5 times already. If I had taken that diuretic, so I'm gonna wait until we get done. But that controls the fluid. So I said all that to say, I'm hoping that this product helps me to feel even more better, because I haven't had a lot of fluid lately. I haven't been having a lot of issues with breathing lately. So I'm feeling like, and it could be just me mentally wanting to work, but I'm feeling like I can see a difference. It's been about 2 months now. Other products that I use, and I sell these as well. My CTFO link is in my description down there. And CTFO stands for Changing the Future Outcome. So they sell a lot of CBD products, and we sell the mist. Now there's no CBD in this. I can never get this right when I'm trying to put this stuff up to the camera. But anyway, okay, there we go. You can kind of see it. But yeah, go to my page. It's called Damsel In Defense. The other thing I take, and this is for pain, like oh, it's so little. I couldn't even find it. Okay, the other thing I do, now this does have hemp oil in it, so it's like a CBD product. It's called 500 roll-on, and it's for muscle and joint relief. Now this, when I first got it, I ain't gonna lie, because this was like $40. I'm like, what is a tube of lipstick gonna do for me? But immediately after I tried it, the next day, I felt I could, as far as the pain goes, I felt the results. So I stand by this 100%. I can tell you, this definitely works. So I was giving it to my dad to try, but he was concerned, he was concerned about the hem for because he's like, he has to do a lot with the pain clinic. And even though I told him, just, to let them see the product, they'll know, but they're so strict now about, people trying to abuse the drugs and stuff. So he was like, I just don't even want to take a chance. So he didn't want to try it. So I'm like, I'm using it. Vanessa says, I like the protein shake. I have vanilla and chocolate. Now, you know what? I wonder if I could get Naya to drink them, Vanessa, because that child just, she don't eat. And I tell her all the time, you're going to fool around and let the darn steak take you away from me because they know some food coming in this house. They going to think I ain't feeding you on purpose, girl. I tell her all the time, you got to start eating. But I might have to get that. Now, is that the protein shake more for if you're trying to supplement, or is that the protein shake, or is that something for weight loss? Which, Vanessa, I know you ain't trying to lose no weight for real because you're not big, but just for clarification. Because I tried getting her that Pediasure. She didn't really care for that. That was a waste of money. But she's never had a big appetite anyway. I tell everybody, she never made it past the 4-ounce bottle when she was a baby. She was preemie, so she never had a big appetite. But her weight now, like, I worry about it because she got the little arms and everything. I was like, the two things that your body needs for you to function properly is nutrition and rest. And I get on her about both of those all the time because I don't feel like she get enough of either. And I'm like, you getting up here, head to school looking like you just got off a third shift job. You need to eat because she'll go to school and she don't eat anything all day. And she'll come home and she's a very picky eater on top of that. So, if that shake is something you think she like, I might get that a try. Okay, oh my goodness, send her a prayer that God remove the ailments. Go over to I've been to your Tuesday Card Chronicles. I sure have. Been amazing. And thank you for sending up those prayers. I appreciate it. I've been managing it now. I found out in December of 2020. That was when everything kind of came to a head with the breathing and the fluid and stuff. And I've been managing it pretty well. Every now and then I'll have what feels like a flare up. But I have, in my opinion, health insurance ain't nothing but a scam anyway. And I have the world's worst health insurance simply because it's good. If I lived in the area where my job was, it would be fine because it's located in North Carolina. The insurance they use is similar to what we had at UAB, where it was their own brand of insurance. So if you work there and you use their insurance, it was really good. It was low, and they made it cheap like that to get more people to get it. Because at UAB it was called Viva. Well, the hospital I work for now, their facilities are located in North Carolina and South Carolina. So for me as an employee and working from home, I'm not local, so I can't do the quick visit over to the hospital so that I can get, it's gonna be more expensive for me if I'm gonna drive to North Carolina every year to get an annual visit. And because I have the chronic conditions and stuff, so I end up having a higher deductible. Like my deductible is like $8,000. They're not covering nothing until I done paid $8,000 out of pocket, except for your annual visits, your mammogram, stuff like that. So I try to keep my health stuff low. So over the last couple of years, that first year I got diagnosed, I think I actually met the deductible because I had to do sleep studies and this and that, and because I had a history of apnea, and it had gotten worse. And then I had to purchase the machine, and it's just one thing after another. So one thing me and my friends always say about health, you gonna pay for it either way. People say it's expensive to eat health, it's expensive to do that, this and that. Well, it's expensive to be sick too. So either you're gonna spend the money on doing what you need to do in a preventive measure, or okay, Sylvia, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. So either you're gonna spend the money up front by having a lifestyle that's gonna keep you healthier, or If you only doing fast food and this and the other, and not doing your follow ups and stuff like that, you're gonna end up paying for it anyway on the back end with the medicines, medications, hospital visits, all that type of stuff. So as much as I hate to say it, it's true. And the insurance company is gonna be right there with their hand out. So don't get me on my soapbox about that. Let me see. Vanessa said for add some banana or other fruit, it's a mirror push. Okay. And I'm trying to get her to eat yogurt. She ain't big on fruit, but I told her you just gonna some stuff you just gonna have to try it and eat it anyway. That's what I did growing up. I didn't want all them vegetables out the garden, but I ain't got no children. So she said, and they have several smoothie recipes that go with it. Okay. We need that. And I could be a better example like this. But I ain't never liked smoothies and shakes. I don't like milkshakes. But if it'll get her to try it, maybe I'll give it a try. But yeah, I'm like, I don't like that type of stuff. I never got excited about no shake. But if it's something I gotta do, I'll do it. So that was that on those product. Other thing I wanted to share with y'all, and I missed yesterday was the day that me, Tony Clarkson, that's my business partner, with my econ business, Pandy, Making Money Moves, and Geo, Boss Life Online. We do a group every other. Right now we're doing every other week. I wasn't able to catch it last night because of Nynee's concert, so I got to go back and watch that. But the link is in the thing below. But that also, if you want to hear some financial information, now I am going to be available to do it this evening. So, I'll put the notification out if you guys want to come through. We just kind of talk about the benefits of having home-based businesses and why it's such a good financial decision for people versus, I'm a W-2 employee, but I'm also a business owner. So the combination of doing both of those really helps me tax-wise. So that's kind of what we talk about. So CTFO is one of the companies that I represent. I have my home-based business with them, and I also do my econ, which is the personal financial success company. The company that my daughter has, let me see which way, Nynee-Poo and Tony's daughter Tyler, they have Tide 9 Essentials. So if you are in need of some hand sanitizing products, yes, this is a very shameless plug. Please go to their website, www.tide9essentials.com, and order some hand sanitizer, please, because I got enough here that I could sanitize everybody that's watching me right now about 4 or 5 times. So, let me see. I'm gonna shamelessly drop their plug as well.
Hey girls, how are you two doing?
I am doing wonderful.
Amazing.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Tyler Clopton, and I am 12 years old.
I am Naya Richards, and I am 10 years old.
Okay, little ladies, how about your business?
We are selling hand sanitizer by Ty and
Nice Essentials.
Okay, so what makes your sanitizer unique?
Because it is sold by us children.
Where is it made?
It is made in the U.S. and it has 70% out of alcohol.
It kills 99.9% of germs, and it has an amazing smell.
Okay, so how can we find out more about your business?
You can find us on YouTube and Facebook under Ty 9 Essentials.
We also have a website, Chinese-essentials.com.
Awesome, girls. So this concludes our interview. Do you have any last words for your customers?
I would just want to say thank you for your support.
You are helping us save the world in a small, big way.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. Today and every day's episode is brought to you by Tide9.com. So Tide9Essentials.com. So feel free to go check out their website. Order the product. We ship. If you're local, we deliver. All that good stuff. And Naya was actually a vendor at a recent event that my sorority had, and she did really, really good. As a vendor, you know, we had the product set out, and you know, we had the thing, and they got their business card, so it went over really well. It's just a matter of shaking them up and making them get out there and advertise. I'm like, in this age where kids are these millennials and she stay on their phone, I said, y'all could have a new TikTok or IG or some ad every day advertising this stuff. Because me and Tony be straining our brains trying to come up with creative advertising. I'm like, they don't want to buy it from us. It's y'all company, y'all buy it. Y'all advertise. So, you know, they started during the pandemic when they were 10 and 12. Now they're 13 and 15. So it's been a few years, and they've done well. I mean, they're not rich from it, but they've made profit. They've learned about, you know, because we created the label, the logo, everything from beginning to end, except creating the hand sanitizer itself, because we get that wholesale from my econ, because, you know, Tony and I are business owners with them. But they actually help with filling the bottles, putting the labels on, everything. So it was a good lesson for them. Yep, Vanessa, brilliant, teaching them to be entrepreneurs is a good thing. Yeah, and that's the whole point. We wanted them to be involved and see how it is to have your own business and not work for somebody else for your whole life. So hopefully that's sinking in. Now, at that event we went to, that's the other thing I wanted to share with y'all today. I love some gadgets. So one of the vendors at the event, because the event was an anti-violence, sort of like teaching young women about sexual assault, violence, and things like that. So it was for girls aged 12 to 16, and the speakers were really, really good. And one of the vendors was called Damsel In Defense, and she had her table set up, and she had a lot of products for to help you defend yourself. So I did more spending and bending that day, because even though we sold quite a bit of hand sanitizer, I pretty much bought everything that lady had between me and Naya when it came to the self-defense stuff. Because, okay, first they had this, and it's like this little device, and all of these can be put on a keychain. So it's like a little stabbing device that you can have and kind of use. Like you can have it and no one realize that you actually got it in your hand, and like you put it on, it's on a keychain. So if it's on the keychain, she's walking and she got it like this, and somebody try to do anything to her, and it's not exactly a knife, but it's got a point to it and she can damage somebody. So I got that for me and her. I also got her pepper spray. They had the cute little pepper sprays. Hers isn't the bedazzled one. The one I got is purple. Purple's my favorite color. So it's got the little bedazzled stuff on it. So I got her one. Mine is purple, hers is blue. This also can go on a keychain. So we got those. We got the little things that you can put on the back of your phone, and it's got the RFID, so people can't scan your card, but it's got a little slot for the card. So I got one of these for her, one for me. What else did I get? Oh, this is like a little your personal alarm. It also can fit on a keychain. And all you do is hit the button, and it does like, I don't want to do it because, let's see. Oh, I have to pull the thing out to do it. But I'm not, let me see. Oh, it ain't too loud. Well, it should be loud, but I'm just saying because my neighbor is there. Okay, it's got a flashlight. And how you make that long part come on? That's important. No. Maybe you gotta keep it here. I gotta read the instructions. But it's supposed to be like an alarm too. I'm sure I'm not doing something right. But I'm gonna go ahead and read the instructions and find out exactly what else you gotta do for it. So I got that in paper, my favorite color. What else do I have here? Oh, this is the keychain link that I can put it on. I thought that was cute. It's like a little bracelet. Like if you want to do you can wear it like a bracelet. Yeah. So it's got the little puffy thing on the end. So if somebody saw it, they wouldn't necessarily think it was a weapon holder or whatever. But it also can be put on if you ain't got huge hands like me. But it'll slide. So it's like a keychain. And I can attach all of these little things, or whichever one I want to attach, I can attach it to it. So I like that. And what else? Oh, this is my purple little stabby thing. Like she got the blue one. And for me, I got the stun gun. I was excited about the stun gun, child. I'm like, you know, and it's got like a car charger, the little thing where you put it on your wrist, and it's set up so when it detaches, like let's say somebody snatch it from you or something like that, when it's released from your keychain, they can't use it to zap you back. So I thought that was kind of cool. So that's what this. I didn't get Naya this one because she didn't feel comfortable with it because she doesn't like super loud noises, and it does like a this loud crackle when you stop somebody. But me personally, I'm waiting on somebody to get wrong. I want to fry. I said, see, they shouldn't make stuff like this for people like me. But I'm just saying, we live in a very safe area, but I mean, as far as like crime being reported, it's safe, but anything can happen anywhere. So I believe in being prepared, and I thought it was a good investment and a good way to support another entrepreneur. What is this? I don't know what this is. I'm getting. Oh, it's just another keychain thing. It's a breakaway for like if you need to pull it out real quick. Now the other thing they had that I really liked, but I ended up not getting it, and I meant to, because contrary to what it may sound like, I don't have a very loud voice. Like whenever I have to yell for somebody, people don't never hear me. When I was in high school and stuff, we'd be at the football games, and if I'm trying to get somebody's attention, I'm like, hey, will you call them for me? Because they don't never hear me. So they had this thing that was a necklace, and the necklace kind of looked like it might be a cross or something like that, but it was actually a whistle that you can blow. And I was like, I need that because if I'm yelling, ain't nobody gonna hear me. I'd been got clobbered before anybody even discovered what was going on with my voice. Because it just doesn't carry like that, especially outside or in a crowd. So I may end up investing in it as well. But yeah, her vendor's name is sure. I might put it in. I'll put it in the link too. But she's got stun devices, pepper spray, security on the go. Her company's name is Damsel In Defense, and her name is Brenda Graham. So I will share her information in case you guys want to check her out. But I really liked her setup, and like she had other products like the fake hairspray cans and stuff like that that people wouldn't expect to be that a weapon was in there or whatever. And I thought it was just really cool. So I gotta get my stuff put on her keychain for her so she can have it with her. And pretty much I'm with her all the time, but still, I'll safety first. And see, I never really had to worry about bullies or anything when I was in school because I looked like this in the first grade. Not for real, but my size could be intimidating. So a lot of people didn't. And then I wasn't a smiler or anything like that. So, a lot of people didn't try. So I never had to worry about being bullied. But with her being smaller and, well, she's tall now. She's taller than me. But she's thin and she comes across as very shy as well. But don't let that fool you, because one of these days I'm gonna have to share the video of her and what I ended up getting her was one of them punching, the stand-up punching bag. Because I told her, she needs to learn how to defend herself. Because she'll be going to high school not next year, but another year. And I went and got her that thing. And, a lot of times when she come home from school, she'll be frustrated anyway with them kids and stuff. She come in there and start whooping that thing ass every day. I was like, I ain't got to worry about you. You know what you're doing. Because it's like I said, it's a stand-up thing. And you can punch. It came with boxing gloves. And then also, you can kick it. Girl, that child was in that roundhouse kicking that stuff. So I'll share the video I made with in the background it's playing Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting. And then the other one, I did another video with the Rocket theme song in the back, because my baby was kicking ass and taking names. I was like, you didn't have some frustration built up for a while, hadn't you? So I feel like if it came down to it, she could defend herself. But at the same time, I wanted her to have those products, because I don't care how well you can defend yourself. You can be overpowered. So I appreciated that the seminar that they had, or the workshop they had. They did, it was very mature subject matter, considering the 4 women who spoke were victims of sexual violence. They had been raped or molested or whatever. And that can be a sensitive subject, but they kept it age appropriate, but at the same time, they were giving good information. And it was just really, really good. So between that and the products I bought, I was happy with it and everything. So yeah, that's all I got for today. I appreciate y'all coming through and rocking with me. Vanessa, let me see who all came through. We have Vanessa Fisher, also Avatar Storytime. Check her out. Be Amazing Sylvia, who is the TikTok queen, and she's over here on YouTube. So follow Be Amazing. Check her out. She does her car chronicles, and she does do, if you send your name in, she will include you in her prayers. I think she's on her way back and forth to work every morning. But beautiful soul. And she's also an April Aries like me. So, you can't go wrong with that. Who else was on here today that came through to show some love? A View is a View. A View is a View. Thank you for coming through. Looking forward to you coming up and hanging out with me. I enjoy A View is a View. She has a channel where she does her coloring. And when she's coloring, sometimes she shares some very colorful stories too that'll have you dying laughing, because she had me tickled all last week. There's a sector here over on YouTube where there's a lot of messy stuff if you want to indulge that part of YouTube, and I do, because a lot of times it gets me through my day to have that stuff playing in the background, and here, it's like a soap opera over here, but it be real people. So she'll give her point of view on what's going on, and a lot of times she had me so tickled with that. But she also, like I said, she does the coloring and gives great information about different products she uses, books she orders, all that type of stuff. Who else was on here today? Vanessa Binge Thinker. Check Binge Thinker out. She was on here as well. She couldn't stay long. Trying to find her. Here she is. So y'all check out Binge Thinker. She's also a content creator here on YouTube. Tanisha Ingram. Oh, hey, I missed that comment, Tanisha. I didn't know that you were on here. I would have shouted you out. But Tanisha is my bestie, my Good Times Cook bestie from UAB. She know where all the bodies is buried, so I don't mess with her. I gotta stay in good with her instead. My baby was on here today. That's my Nynee-Poo. We started a YouTube channel for her and Tyler. called Kid CEO. It didn't take off like we wanted it to, but it's still a work in progress. So we do have some videos over there. Like I said, they should be uploading and doing over there. I shouldn't have to do anything on their channel. So if it don't grow, there's her and Tyler can take blame for that. But that's my baby Nynee-Poo. Let me see. Finish job. And I think that's everybody who came to today. So if you're catching the replay, thanks for coming. I will share the information for Damsels in Defense. I'll definitely add it to the description for today's thingy. So if you want to order any of her products, her name is Brenda Graham. So Brenda Graham, Damsel in Defense, if you want to Google her or whatever, but she has some really good products. And for what I bought, I'm gonna tell you how much money I spent, but I didn't think she was unreasonable. I just lost control and bought a bunch of stuff. Check out Time Not Essential if you need for your hand sanitizing needs. And catch us this evening. We'll be doing our live where we talk about benefits of home-based businesses. That's usually 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern. I will be sharing it from my channel. Hope you guys come and check it out. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thanks for the shares. And I will talk to y'all maybe tomorrow. If not tomorrow, maybe the next day. Gotta see what's going on with work. Because, like I said, I do have a W-2 job that I have to dive into. But I appreciate y'all joining me. Y'all have a good day.